Hi Gareth, nice to see you.
Hi Anton.
Look, let's start off. How are you? How are the team feeling after a highly competitive but quite an emotive game yesterday?
Yeah, I feel really good. I think I was super impressed with us in the performance that we gave. We were really unlucky to come away with nothing. I think that I've always said to the team that, you know, and this is with all due respect to the oppositions, I don't want to make it sound anything different, but, you know, we beat ourselves. We are in control of winning games, drawing games, losing games. I think, and that was certainly the case yesterday. But I have to say, I felt the way that we played and our identity that we showed, and the way we controlled the game, particularly going to a tough place to go at Boreham Wood, where there's this high support levels there. Arsenal fans get right behind the team, and you know the way we silenced the crowd for many moments in that game was really impressive.
Lots been made of what you said after the game, specifically about Jonas Eidevall. Just wondering if you stand by the comments you made yesterday and want to elaborate on them any further.
I don't think I want to elaborate on them any further, but I was asked a question, and I asked why I said what I said, and why, we were having a disagreement. And I just feel that we were told at the beginning of the season that there'll be a clampdown, and if you're just there continually asking for yellow cards, red cards, that type of stuff, then of course, yeah. And I was asked a question by Joe from BBC, and I answered it. I thought it was over the top, and that was the reasons why we were having a disagreement. I think it was over the top. I think it's unnecessary, and like I say, we were told earlier in the season, and I had a situation against Chelsea where I reacted to the fourth official in a way that I shouldn't have, and I received the yellow card, and I deserved it. And I think that's what it needs to be. We've been told in pre-season this was going to happen. It needs to happen, because I just think it's not acceptable.
Do you expect the authorities to sort of look into these matters in terms of, you know, touchline behaviour and pressure on fourth officials, referees?
Well, I think there needs to be levels of respect, for sure, absolutely. I mean, everyone's trying to do their best in any job, and people make mistakes, and we've seen that yesterday, probably on numerous occasions. Every single one of us involved in that game yesterday would have made some form of error along the way, and you know, everybody needs to be respected, and I think, you know, you could just easily iron that out by enforcing a little bit more as to what they said they were going to do, and we certainly had that in the Chelsea game. There were, you know, almost probably too much in terms of highlighting and punishing those types of things. So yeah, I think that's all we're looking for really, is we want it to be fair, that's all.
No one wants to see the emotion taken out of the game, but how distracting of it, how much of an impact can that have on the field when things are going on off the field like that? When you see sort of, you know,
yeah,
things going off the field in terms of in the dugout and the touchline, it was quite a spiky game anyway, wasn't it? Did it feel like it was, you know? Yeah, I don't think there was a bad tackle in the game. You know, same against Chelsea, I didn't feel that was the case. I don't think there was anything too untoward on the sideline. I was just trying to protect the fourth official a little bit, and said to, you know, that you shouldn't stand for that. Because it's constant, you know. If it's a one-off, it's fine, but if it's constant all of the time, then I think that's when it becomes a problem. But I don't think it was a problem for the players on the pitch. Like I say, I don't think it was a feisty game. I thought we controlled large parts of it. You know, our stats showed that. We just needed to be better in the final third, and when we did that, we scored a really good goal. One more about the game itself coming up. Is it a good thing that you're playing so soon after such a difficult result over the weekend?
Yeah, of course. You know, you're not going to get it all your own way this season. It's about how you react, and you know, I've always said about this group, particularly last season, we regrouped really well and really quickly. Now, when you look at the elements of yesterday's game and the performance, it was super high levels in many things that we did. The way we controlled the game, the way we built up through the thirds, I thought we were tremendous in that space. So of course, on Wednesday night, it's a different game. You know, Liverpool very aggressive in terms of how they set about. We're trying to win the ball back, and you know, we've suffered in that previously against them. So they always make it tough, and we need to be ready for that. But of course, I think it's perfect to get a game, and I would be saying that even with a positive result yesterday. I think regular games every 3 or 4 days for us is a rarity, and it's something that we enjoy doing with the squad we have.
And we'll go to Zoom now. Dan?
Hi Gareth, hope you're well.
Thank you.
Just wanted to ask you about Liverpool, because that kind of back three has been so difficult for teams to break down so far this season. How important is it to be patient tomorrow night or Wednesday night?
Yeah, I think of course, absolutely. I think these types of games can be similar to, say, Leicester, who have come out this season obviously very aggressive as well, and you get minimal time on the ball. So patience is okay, but I think you also need to hurt teams when they want to play this aggressive and this high up the pitch. So I think we need to be mindful of where the spaces are going to be, and of course we have players who are capable of punishing that type of play. So yeah, I think it's good for us because we won our first game in the group. Obviously Liverpool didn't win their game, so they see this as an opportunity to strike back, but of course we're really looking forward to the challenge, and we're prepared for how they play. We played them quite a number of times. We played them in pre-season, so we're really looking forward to it.
And in terms of rotation, I know against Everton you rotated quite a bit in the first game. Obviously with Liverpool having such a great start, will you maybe opt against opt for maybe a little less rotation this time around?
But why? We changed 9 players against Everton. We had 3 suspensions, and we played phenomenally well. I think we trust the players that we have, whether we make 9 changes, no changes. I think we're always looking at being as effective as we possibly can. So why would we do anything different? We trust the players we have. We have a number of international players here, who start games, who don't start games. That's the level we want to get to.
Brilliant. Cheers, Gareth. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. We'll go to Joe next.
Hey Gareth, good to see you. When we spoke after the game yesterday, we talked about Chiara Keating. She'd had a difficult game and was visibly upset towards the end of the game. How is she? How is she responding to yesterday? And will you start her? I've no doubt you'll tell your team the sheet or not, but will she be starting against Liverpool?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that for you. But what I will say is, yeah, she's okay. Obviously, she was upset yesterday because she's young. But and I'm not just saying it because she's young, because she's quite mature and she's a good character. But I've just seen her previously, and she's in good spirits, typical Chiara. And that's the good thing about her, is her character is so big. And there were good levels of support for her yesterday. And if we're playing that game again today, Chiara's playing. There's no doubt about it. She's done incredible things for us, and I thought she did some really good things in the game as well. And like I said yesterday, it's part and parcel of the game. It happens to all goalkeepers. So it's we're back her 100%.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. We'll go to Emily next.
Hi Gareth, I hope you're well. Just on your keeper situation, you brought in Sandy for the last Conti Cup game. Is that something that's important for you this season, to be able to rotate keepers and give different keepers a different chance? And is there space for Ellie to kind of make her name in that competition this year as well?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. I mean, all of the goalkeepers, as always, are working hard. They're supporting each other, and they need to be ready for each game. I don't think it's something that I enjoy doing, where I say for the next 6 games you're going to play this game, you're in it. That's not the way I work. We look at the opponent that we play. We look at the potential opportunities that we're going to get. We're going to look at the potential short build-up, long build-up, and try and work out which keeper would fit that best. I think that's really similar to how everybody else operates. So, I think like I've said to all of the players, they need to train well, they need to be there, they need to be ready to play, whether they play or not. So, nothing changes from that point.
And just on Liverpool, they're doing quite well this season. What do you expect from them on Wednesday, and what sort of a job do you think Matt Beard's done with them over the last couple of seasons?
Well, Matt's got a high level of experience, at numerous clubs, and he's a good character to come up against, and he's someone who likes to be brave. And that's what I would say about Liverpool this season, similar as I'd say about Leicester, that they're brave, they're very brave in the way that they want to play and the way that they want to engage and put you under pressure. So, of course, we need to be ready for that.